All right, good morning, traders. Today is November 8th, 2024. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everybody out there in digital land. I'm talking about Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Everybody, thank you so much for patronizing my content. Thank you so much. I love that. My SPY pivot this morning, 584.10. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. SPY closed, 2-hour uptrend. In a 10-minute, kind of an uptrend. Was really kind of flat, really kind of an uptrend. It's hard to say. It was just consolidating into the close. SPY diamond down, QQQ made new all-time highs. IWM made a new 3-year high. FNGU made a higher high and a higher low, closing over a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. All of the Fab Five still in daily uptrends. Gold and silver both in daily uptrends. Both made higher highs and higher lows, closing kind of inside their bearish traps, just under and under their 17 EMAs. UNG made a lower high and a lower low, closing under a bearish trap under the 17 EMA. USO in an uptrend made a higher low and a higher high, closing over a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. US dollar index in an uptrend closed near the 104.41 area. All right, let's go take a look at some charts. First chart, SPY. All right, so here's SPY. And here's our daily candle right here. This is today. This is yesterday. New all-time high. Higher low, higher high, closing over a bullish trap. Okay, that's the yellow line. That's the 3 EMA. White line or the gray. Okay, that's the 8 EMA. All three. Price, the 3 on top of the 8. Price 3 and 8 on top of rising 17 EMA right there. Okay, so there's SPY on the daily chart in an uptrend. All right, target 600. All right, a little bit, maybe a little bit above, but looking for 600. We'll see what happens. All right, so let's take a look at 10-minute chart. In the pre-market, we got ourselves a 10-minute uptrend. Into the close, all right, we got SPY on the 10-minute. We got a 10-minute uptrend. See right there. Price 3 over the 8, all over the 17. 10-minute uptrend into the close. 2-hour. 2-hour, we have price 3 over the 8, over the 17. All right, that's 2-hour uptrend. So 10-minute uptrend, 2-hour uptrend, daily uptrend, weekly uptrend, monthly uptrend, semi-annual uptrend, yearly uptrend, you name it. SPY is in an uptrend. Okay, so there we go. Pivot this morning. Okay, it's going to be back down to the 10 right here. Okay, we're going to put the pivot right underneath here. Okay, this will be yesterday's price action. So we're going to put the pivot right about 594.10. Right about there. Okay. See the bottom of these tails here. Price action coming up here. Then you can see price gets on top. Got a couple of tails that shoot down below it, and then price recovers. So right there, 594.10. Below 594.10, going to be a bear. Above 594.10, going to be a bull. All right. Looking for, all right, we need green erases red to continue this 10-minute uptrend. Okay, so price, okay, over this area right here, okay, price over 596.20. If you want to play it a little safer, over 596.40. Okay, so I'll put the line in for that. That would be an entry. Over 596.40. That would be the true green erases red. All right, 596.40 for the entry on the north side. This is the pivot, so we're going to edit that just a little bit and crank it up. And on the south side, okay, price below, red erases green, so that would be price below right there, 593.34. Actually, just take it right below, anything below gap fill. All right, anything below gap fill. for the, well, not gap fill, the beginning of the open gap. All right, so that would be like the beginning of this open gap right here. That would be red erases green, okay? And look for the gap fill. That would be the target on SPY, okay? So let's go back to the daily chart. Let's pick up QQQ. QQQ daily chart, new all-time high for QQQ. All right, up over the all-time high anchored VWAP. Now making a new all-time high. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to move it. Over to right there. I actually kind of want it right on that one right there. Okay, so I want to keep price up over that. That's QQQ. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Diamond Dow, new all-time high for Diamond Dow. And I want to move this right there. And we'll keep that one right there. Okay, so there's Diamond Dow. Let's take a look at IWM. All right, new 3-year high for IWM. Okay, all-time high for IWM is way over here. It's this green line up top. We're up over the all-time high anchored VWAP. That's bullish. We're up over the 2024 high anchored VWAP. Prior high, because this is the new high. Anchored VWAP. Price action is looking good, making higher highs and higher lows. We're bullish. What would I expect from IWM? You got a pause candle showing up yesterday. Maybe a pullback to minor support, which would be 227.10. Probably spike it, okay? And then look for a J hook out of there. That would be the MMRP pattern. Right there, the bullish MMRP. That's what I would look for. We got the rip. Now we got the pause. Now I'll look for the pullback back down to this area. Maybe not today. Maybe 2 days pause and then come back down. All right. So there's IWM. Let's take a look at. Well, we just did them all. Like FNGU, right? FNGU. All right. This is the all-time high for FNGU. Price action making higher high and a higher low. Okay, closing over the bullish trap, over the 17 EMA, up over the all-time high anchored VWAP. That's bullish. All right, like to see FNGU keep rolling and trucking up forward. Take out that high, make a new high. So there's FNGU. That's bullish. All the Fab 5 and daily uptrends, all the Fab 5 are bullish. Let's take a look at our technicals, T2122. Well, we camped out inside the buy zone, making the bears totally uncomfortable all day yesterday. Okay, didn't even go into the buyer's chop zone, the seller's chop zone, mess around with the midpoint. We just camped out inside the buy zone the whole time. Okay, I would be looking for price to move up into there and then into the overbought zone, and then probably we'll see a retracement afterwards. Okay, T2123. On the 15-minute chart, green from the beginning to the end. Notice we're up over the midpoint, like to climb into the upper third, then into the upper quadrant. We'll see what happens. All right, right now we're doing good. See all of this consolidation, this wild price action. We closed over that. That's a good sign right there. We closed over this junk. Remember, we'd never seen that kind of junk before? Well, we closed on top of it. That's good. All right. I'm just going to say, if you see this junk again, I'd be looking for something like this to happen. But anyways, T2123 up over the flat 200 now. SMA, okay, and almost in the upper third. T2123 3-bar chart. Okay, 3 more green candle bars, putting in some new ground over the rising 200 SMA, up over the midpoint. Everything's still looking good for T2123. Technically, still in a downtrend because they made a lower low right here. Whether you're on the 15 or the 2 hour, they're still in a kind of a downtrend. If they take out the high, they'll recover and be in an uptrend. We'll see what happens right now. T2123, that's the 3-bar chart. FNGU, you can see green from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, moving up and holding the higher ground. It's always a bullish scenario for me. That's always an attractive scenario anytime I see price move up and then over to the right. Notice price is up over 200 SMA, love that. Price is up over all-time high anchor VWAP, love that. FNGU is bullish, and this morning gapping up. And I'm curious how close we are to the all-time highs. Well, we're close. Right there. And there's the all-time highs up here. Okay, and you can see we were way up there. Okay, so we were kind of within striking distance right there. If we got up on top of this candle high right there, that would be a nice move if we got that done today. If we climbed up on top of that one candle right there, if we can climb up on top of that, I'm going to say FNGU all-time high is in trouble because they're ready to make a new one. If we got up there and held. All right, so there's FNGU. All right, so we just did all of the indicators. Let's go back and let's take a look at precious metals, silver. Okay, silver price action. This would be yesterday's candle. Okay, price action, higher high, higher low, closing. Kind of inside, outside, whatever you want to call it. Under a bearish trap, under the 17 EMA, but still in an uptrend because we'd have to take out this low to be in a downtrend. All right, so we're still in an uptrend on silver. Just doesn't know it, okay? It's not moving up at this time. Okay, GLD, also still in an uptrend. If they take out this low and make a lower low, that puts them in a downtrend. All right, price action. Higher low, higher high, closing inside. This one closed inside the bearish trap under 17 EMA right there. Trying to hold on to that uptrend right there. See that uptrend line right there? Still in an uptrend. If they take out this low, they'll be in a downtrend. Let's take a look at USO. USO in an uptrend ever since they took out this high. This is one sloppy chart. Probably be better to look at this on a 3-day or a 2-day. Anyways, all right, higher low, higher high, closing over a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. USO is bullish, all right, at this time. Take a look at UNG. UNG in a downtrend, making lower highs and lower lows. Price action for yesterday, lower high, lower low, closing under a bearish trap, under the falling 17 EMA right there. UNG bearish, all right. Let's take a look at SMH. All right, here's SMH. Up over the all-time high anchored VWAP and moving up. That is bullish. That is money flow. That's a river of money flowing into the SMH. Making higher highs and higher lows. We are bullish on the SMH. XLK, technology sector. Okay, closing up in quadrant 4. Right here, over the all-time high anchored VWAP. And darn close to making a new all-time high on XLK. See that? That's darn close. Let me just see what the high here today, this morning. 238.04. 238.14. Okay, 10 cents. 10 cents off the high early this morning, XLK. Into making a new all-time high. Okay, if that's not bullish, I don't know what is. Okay, so that's definitely money flowing into the technology sector. Let's take a look at XLI. XLI making a new all-time high for XLI. That's bullish. You see up over prior all-time high anchored VWAPs right there. XLU. Okay, XLU is in a downtrend. Now, this is typically a defensive sector. But because of all of the inflation we went through, guess what? they're all making more money. So they went in and out into an uptrend, making new all-time highs up here. Now, typically, they don't make new all-time highs unless there's like a recessionary time, and then they start making new all-time highs because they would be the defensive sector that money would flow into and run away from technology and retail and all of them, because this would be a safe haven for them, typically loaded with lots of dividends inside the XLU. But they made new all-time highs. They're in a downtrend. They made a lower low right here. Okay, so you can see here's the last low. Well, they broke the low right here. XLU in a downtrend, but really doesn't matter because they're more of a defensive sector anyway. So it's okay if they pull back to the midpoint. It's even okay if they pull back under it. All right, but we just kind of now we don't want them to hit new all-time highs again, because that would kind of signal maybe a recession is coming. Okay, so there's XLU. Let's take a look at XLF. Here's our financials, making a lower high and a lower low, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. That was a new all-time high the day before for XLF. Let's take a look at XRT. XRT is doing great, just not breaking out of this channel yet. Okay, XRT got a big bull flag, move up over to the right. Price action making higher lows and higher highs. Price action is bullish. We're up over the all-time high anchored VWAP. Okay, I'm looking for a move up, over, and then the next move I'm looking to come up. Probably right up underneath these valleys right here. Like to see us get right up underneath those valleys. First, we have to break through resistance. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. All of these peaks, here's a peak, there's a peak, peak. Okay, all those peaks are resistance. So we have to break through those peaks, get up there, hold the higher ground. All right, for once, maybe hold the higher ground and then move up. So there's the retail sector. Let's take a look at IYT. There's transports. Transports yesterday, making a new all-time high for transports. That's bullish on the transports. All right, let's take a look at the economics package. US dollar had a little sharp pullback down to the 104.41 area. Early this morning already they're green again. Not liking that. I would have rather seen some red follow through all the way back down to the 200 SMA. All right, maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Okay, don't like this green setting up at the halfway point of this big green candle. This kind of looks like it wants to go further up. All right, to me I thought this could have been an exhaustion candle. So we'll see. If they wipe out the red, then this was probably not an exhaustion candle. So there's the US dollar index still in an uptrend because it took out all of these highs over here, made higher highs. So that makes it into an uptrend. On the economic calendar, today's a light day. Today's Friday. Consumer sentiment at 10 a.m. All right, Michelle Bauman's going to speak at 11. Got a read count at 1, and Alberto's going to speak at 2:30. Okay, on the earnings calendar. Okay, nothing but familiar names, but nothing that's really going to rock and roll the markets today. All right, again, nothing but familiar names, and nothing's going to rock and roll the markets for Monday. And let's take a look at Max Pain, see if they give it to us today. So for Max Pain for today, 587. They're saying as the Max Pain got 1 1/4 puts to every call. All right, so you guys got the SPY game plan. All right, you're all set up on that. All right, and you see the Max Pain's 587. Not much for a put squeeze. It is options expiration Friday. All right, they may just pin it to a number up here. Okay, 587. That's kind of a sharp pullback. It could happen. Okay, 587 is, let's just say 587 is way down here. That's on top of minor support. So they're predicting a pullback to minor support. All right, the market was. All right, I don't think that's going to happen. but it may. We'll see what happens this morning. Right now, we haven't done a double top yet. We haven't done any exhaustion. So I see no signs of giving up. I see further momentum to the upside. We got a lot of juice going to the upside. I don't see a doji candle yet. This may be the doji candle today. We'll find out. I see for a little bit further upside today. I think they want to hit 600. All right, we'll see what happens. Be ashamed to get this close and not hit 600. I mean, we're up here at 596 something. So it's looking good, all right, for SPY on the daily. Like I said, the game plan this morning, you can see it on the 10-minute chart. All right, green erases red at 596.37 right there. That's our entry. On the bearish side, 593.08. That's our bearish entry on the southern side. Okay, so there's SPY on the 10-minute chart. There's our game plan. Take questions in the room. If there's no questions, I'm going to render my video and get it posted. All right. And I will open up the market with you guys in about 20 minutes, 25 minutes here.